Lake Charlevoix, spanning over 17,000 acres, is one of the most popular lakes in all of Michigan. Hi, I'm Geno 𝐷'Angelo, a local Northern Michigan real estate agent helping you relocate to Northern Michigan. Today, I want to go over what it really costs to buy and own a home on Lake Charlevoix. Given the size of Lake Charlevoix, it spans into 3 local towns: Boyne City, East Jordan, and Charlevoix. Now you may be asking which one of those towns is best for me. If you want to be in the middle of the action with a great small downtown, you're going to want to be closer to Charlevoix. And if you want to be somewhere between those, I would recommend Boyne City. It's a quiet setting, but still close to Charlevoix and Petoskey. Now in terms of market trends and prices, there have been 50 sales on Lake Charlevoix in the last 12 months. The median price as of today is $962,000. The highest sale in the last 12 months went for $5 million. This was a 5,700 square foot house with 6 bedrooms and 4.5 baths on 7 acres with 680 feet of water frontage. If you break it up by towns, the Lake Charlevoix arm is the most expensive with a median sale price of $1.5 million. Another surprising fact is actually the East Jordan side of Lake Charlevoix is the second most expensive with a median price of $940,000. The least expensive section of Lake Charlevoix is actually the Boyne City section with a median price of $897,000. Now Boyne City does have more condos and developments with shared lake frontage, which may cause the average price to be a little bit lower than expected. One of the expenses you need to consider when buying a house on Lake Charlevoix are property taxes. When buying a home on Lake Charlevoix or anywhere in northern Michigan, you need to consider the cost of owning that home. One of the first costs you need to consider are the property taxes. Property taxes will range depending on the value of the home, the location of the home, and whether it is a homestead home, meaning you use it year-round, or if it's a non-homestead home, which could be a vacation property. The prices of your property tax will vary significantly depending on those 3 categories. Another expense to take into consideration is homeowners insurance. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with homeowners insurance, but one thing to consider is, depending on the construction and style of the house, your home insurance could vary. For instance, if you have a log home, your home insurance might be more than a house that is not constructed of log. This is for the simple fact that log homes can be more expensive to replace than your average stick-built house. One thing we recommend our clients do is shop different insurance companies to find the best price for you. I would check the company you use for your primary residence and also shop a couple of local options because sometimes they're able to give you discounts. Another expense to consider when buying a house in northern Michigan are maintenance and repairs. Now we do have harsh winters here, which sometimes cause your roof to age a little bit quicker and some wear and tear on your house to be more than if your home were in a warmer climate. Another maintenance expense that you're probably going to incur is if you have your house winterized. Now a lot of people elect to keep their house open in the winter because they may use it or they just don't want to shut it down. If you do not plan to use your house in the wintertime, we always recommend you winterize it and completely shut it down. I can't tell you how many clients have left their house de-winterized and left utilities on and have come home to leaking pipes which have destroyed the interior of their home and caused a big problem for them. So our recommendation is always to winterize your house unless you plan to use it or check on it during the winter months. Another expense you might not be used to when buying a house on Lake Charlevoix is well or septic. Now, unless you're in a very rare instance where you buy a house close to a downtown, you're almost guaranteed to have well, septic, and maybe even propane. Now, we get a lot of clients that are unfamiliar with what it's like to own a house with both a well and a septic, and it can be intimidating. I'm here to tell you it's not as bad as it sounds. As long as your well is in good working condition and you have your septic checked during the home inspection process, there should be no surprises. And fortunately, when something goes wrong with a well, it's usually a pump which can be fixed for around $1,000. You almost never need an entirely new well. One last expense to consider when buying a house on Lake Charlevoix is whether you're going to be in an HOA or not. Now, a large portion of the lake does not have an HOA, but there are several associations that do, and you're going to want to factor that into the cost of owning your home. Now, we get a lot of people that call us to buy a house on Lake Charlevoix, and they flat out say we don't want any HOAs, because with the HOAs come monthly fees, and they dictate what you can and can't do with your property. Now, on the bright side, it also protects the integrity and the aesthetic of the community because with the rules in place, people must keep their houses in great looking condition. The final expense you're going to have to think about when purchasing your house on Lake Charlevoix are the closing costs, whether you do a mortgage or pay cash. If you do a mortgage, your closing costs should be a few percent. If you pay cash, your closing costs are going to be a few $100s. Overall, there are a lot of great reasons to buy a house on Lake Charlevoix. If after watching this video, you would like to learn more about what it would be like to live on Lake Charlevoix, please reach out to me directly at 231-487-6141. And for more videos like this and everything Northern Michigan real estate related, please like this video and subscribe to my channel.